if you're the adult child of a narcissistic parent, then please don't confuse having really hard days where you're, just dysregulated and you feel incredibly sad, or, you're exhausted, like existentially exhausted. Don't confuse these bad days with them meaning that all of your work has come to naught, or that you're not going to find whatever sort of solution that you want with regards to your family situation. And a solution could look like setting boundaries. It could look like even going no contact. It could look like getting therapy for yourself, or working out, or going on walks, or doing whatever sort of self-care thing that you need to do in order to be able to survive difficult moments. Now, when we find out about narcissism in our parents, it's often a very jarring experience for a number of reasons, right? Like, we really want to hold on to our idealized image of our parents because we have an emotional necessity to view them as people who are capable of seeing and loving us, right? And it's, for our child parts, it's absolutely devastating to understand that they will not be seen for the beautiful little child parts that they are, because if you're dealing with someone who is on the narcissism spectrum, they cannot see you, right? They are completely self-absorbed in their internal need to regulate their self-esteem, and anything outside of them only serves as a means for their internal regulation. So that includes children, right? And you may also be dealing with a really tough day because maybe the people around you don't validate what you're going through, or they call you a victim, and you're really just trying to share your story and learn how to deal with, the aftermath of not having any family support, and also in some situations, your family actually being your worst enemies, right? So whatever the situation is, one of the tips that I will give you is that there are days where the best thing that we can do is literally nothing. Think about it this way. Let's say you're on a path of trying to move away from your toxic family, right? So you want to move to another country or another city or whatever. And you're at point A. And the moment where you finally can move away, I broke my finger, y'all, is point B, right? And you're going through all of these things that you have to do in order to be able to make that move possible. And there are some days where you feel like you're on top of the world, right? Everything's going your way, you're regulated, your hormones are right, you had a full night's rest, okay? And you wake up and things go the way that you planned. Wow. Now let me ask you, how many times from 0% to 100% do you plan your day and then things go exactly as you planned? If you're like most people on planet Earth, then most likely, most of your plans don't really work out, right? You have to continuously recalculate what you're gonna do. And that's what healing is like as well. There are moments where we feel we're on top of the world, we're taking a course, we found a new YouTube channel, we have information, we have insights. And then there's days that, for a gazillion different reasons, hormonal reasons, because it's, rainy outside, you get depressed when it's rainy outside, because you lost your job, because your cat died, your dog got sick, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? The next day, you might have the expectation that you'll be able to perform at this level, but you cannot perform at that level because you're literally down here. If that part of you that has the perfectionistic expectation takes control on that day, all you're gonna get from that part is criticism. Oh, you're so horrible. Why can't you be perfect? I can't believe you're not over this already. You're such a victim. You're so weak. You should have resolved this. You're never gonna solve this. And if we actually take this inner critic's opinion seriously and make decisions when we're at our worst state, then we may very well implode days, weeks, months, or even years of work. Now, I don't want to get it into your head that if one day you make a mistake, then, oh my God, your healing process has gone down the drain and nothing you've ever done is worth anything. Because I really don't want you to think that way, right? I want you to always think that no matter what happens, so long as you get back on track and you treat your inner system like a GPS, so you understand that you're going to have to recalculate, the route many times, but that you're going to get to the point B, right? This is a healthier way of looking at things. But I do need you to understand that if you can identify that you are in a horrible day and that the voices in your head are telling you to do things that are incredibly destructive, then one thing that you can do to not implode your life is nothing. Oh, I feel suicidal, do nothing. I feel like getting back in touch with my toxic ex, do nothing, get ice cream. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm so lonely, I want to send a message to my narcissistic mother, do nothing. On the bad day, what are a couple of tools that you can use to literally just survive? That might be something like, honestly, just watch that Netflix series that I've already watched 5 times, but that calms me down. And between watching a Netflix series that you've watched 5 times and making a decision that will implode your life, watch the Netflix series. Oh, but I feel like a loser because I wasn't perfect enough. What are you going to feel like if you implode your life? Out of the spectrum of horrible activities that you can, participate in while you're feeling really bad about yourself, make sure that you choose something that's like, oh, I'm going to have more calories today because I had ice cream, and not like, I'm going to literally get back in touch with someone who's super toxic and abusive. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the tip of the day is update your expectations. Most of your plans will not go right the way that you're expecting them. Understand that many adult children of narcissists have a perfectionist critic who determines that if they're ever not perfect in their healing process, and this means that they're just the worst people on planet Earth, survive these days, right? And if you're going to do anything at all, out of all the possibilities, do something that at the most is just going to give you more calories than you're supposed to consume today, instead of literally imploding your life. Sometimes doing nothing is the best way to survive until tomorrow. Okay? That's what I wanted to talk about today. If you want one-on-one support, reach out for a consultation. You can find my details in the description, or download your 10 steps to stop your narcissistic parents' control. You can find that in the description box as well.